will talk about the techniques for reducing prejudice. Okay, now obviously it's very difficult to remove prejudice, because once you have prejudice against somebody, it's very difficult to remove it, right? So in earlier chapter we have studied that prejudice is a negative attitude which gives rise to aggressive activity as well as response. So prejudice is something which develops because of negative attitude you have, okay, and it's usually takes the form of aggression, okay. So it is very harmful for the society. Now prejudice is something which is very, very harmful for the society, okay. Like lot of people have the prejudice that girls who are very educated or who have done who have studied a lot are often not good at cooking at home. So that is also prejudice, okay. So it is very harmful for the society. It leaves a long lasting negative effect which harms the harmony and the peace of the society. So obviously it's a long time effect, okay, and it harms the peace, it harms the balance in the society, okay. The big challenge for psychologists is to work for the society without prejudice, or to reduce mutual prejudice in the society. So the big task of the psychologist is to remove such prejudices which are there in the society, which harms the balance of the society. A few strategies for reducing prejudice are as follows. So there are few strategies, or there are few techniques through which you can reduce prejudice, which are as follows. The first is socialization, okay. Prejudice behavior is learned by the process of socialization through family, religion, society, community, group, etc. So mainly most of your prejudice behavior, you learn it from the society, you learn it from your family, from your neighbors, from your friends, or at school, or at religious places, okay, community, group, etc. Inadequate information and knowledge gives rise to prejudice. Inadequate એટલે અડધી knowledge, અડધી information gives rise to prejudice, okay. So it is very important that through proper understanding, correct information and knowledge with justification can help to reduce prejudice. So if I give you correct knowledge, right information, right facts, right figures, then it can help out in reducing prejudice. For example, if I keep on brainwashing you, or if I keep on telling you, arey, you know, people from these castes are very bad, people who are from these castes are murderers, people who belong to these castes, they do lot of murders, they do lot of crime, this, that, then automatically you will have prejudice against those caste people. Though reality might be something else, reality might not be that. But let's say another person comes and tells you, you know what, it's not true. The people from these castes, they do not perform lot of crimes. Okay, out of 100, only 6 people have committed crime. So you can't call it that these people do lot of crime, right? So then if I give you like correct information, then you start thinking logically also. कि अरे कि maybe I was telling you बड़ा चढ़ा के, कोई और तुमको right figures or features and right information दे रहा है, so reality might be different. So that is how you can reduce prejudice, okay. In ancient time, intercaste marriages were not allowed because of caste discrimination. But due to socialization, it is possible to change their thinking, and hence people have started accepting intercaste marriages, which is positive step towards reducing prejudice and also caste discrimination. So earlier, it was not allowed that a person belonging to higher caste marries a lower caste, or a lower caste person marries a higher person from a higher caste, okay. It was not allowed. But as the society started developing, there was more socialization, and because of that there are more intercaste marriages now, and now the society is slowly accepting also intercaste marriages. The next is intergroup contacts. An important technique of reducing prejudice is to provide opportunities to various groups to come into contact with each other. So one of the best ways to reduce prejudice is to make sure that every group contacts with each other, and every group talks to each other and forms a relation with each other. For example, let us say that I have a prejudice against people from lower caste, let us say, okay, and let us say that now because of my job I have to interact with people from lower caste, maybe my colleagues, maybe my students, maybe anything. Then when I start talking to them, I start realizing that no, they are not bad, right? Like these people are so nice. Okay, so I can't have that prejudice against them. Then even I will start questioning it, right? So when you talk to people from the other groups, you will start reducing prejudice. When people have to work together, it is very difficult to maintain negative stereotypes for each other. Okay, now it is true that if I have to work, let's say I am a higher caste person and I have a problem with a lower caste person, but my boss gives me a job wherein I have to work with a lower caste person, then when I realize that because I have to work, I have to talk to the person, then it will reduce the stereotype એટલે એ લોકો એવા જ હોય, એ લોકો આવા જ હોય, that is called stereotype. Okay, one of the stereotype is girls who are black skin, okay, they do not get married easily. Okay, so that is one of the stereotypes which is there in the society. Okay, so what happens is that when I start interacting with people from another group, or let us say that I am given a job or I am given a task, okay, wherein I have to talk to the people from the other group, then automatically my stereotype, my prejudice will start reducing. So it is but merely increasing the contacts will not lessen the intergroup conflicts. When a group and when the group's social and economic status is similar, increasing their contact is worthwhile. Intergroup contacts can help in reducing negative feelings and can give rise to more positive attitudes. Such atmosphere should be created wherein there is a trust, faith, security, love, tolerance among the other group, rather than hatred, resentment, insecurity, etc. This is possible through intercaste contact. So they are saying, what they have said is that it is not necessary that just increase the intercaste contacts or just increase the contacts between the groups. You have to match the groups according to their interest, according to their social status, according to economic status, etc. Status એટલે let us say that I am told to interact with a person who is from whose interest, hobbies do not match with mine, or let us say there's nothing in common between us, then what will we talk about? We'll have nothing to talk about, right? So it will be a failed attempt. So you have to make sure that you make those group interact which are same in social status, are same in economic status. Now you have to increase the contact in such a way that there is love, there is positivity, there is tolerance, there is friendship, all these things are passed on. And you have to make sure that hatred is not passed on. You have to make sure that they don't start hating each other, or there is insecurity એટલે you don't feel safe. So that kind of atmosphere should be removed. All the negative atmosphere should be removed and all the positive atmosphere should be put forward. The next is reorganizing learning in the family and school. For a human child, the first school is family and the second is school. In both the situations, the child learns various types of lessons. Now what happens, most amount of time in our life, half of our life, we spend in school, we spend with our family. So it is very, very important what values, what culture, what thinking our parents give to us. So our first school is our family. Family is the place which teaches us how to walk, how to talk, what to do, what not to do, what to wear, what not to wear, rules, regulations, everything. And the second is our own school, and we spend most amount of time in these two places. Okay. In school and family, if we want to reduce prejudice in children, then more purposeful education should be provided. If you want to reduce prejudice among the child in school and in family, then you have to give a very, very different kind of education. You have to give a very positive type of education. Should be provided. In a school, if more importance is given to a group, learning and activities like social service and conducted, then prejudice can be reduced. Let's say if there is a school, okay, which gives lot of importance to social service. Social service એટલે કે I take you all to Anath Ashram, or I take you to Bal Ashram, or I take you to a old age home. Okay, so that is called social service. Okay, so the schools which gives lot of importance to social service, gives lot of importance to values, okay, gives lot of importance to helping out each other, then it will help in reducing the prejudice. Even in family, the parents should not force their view, opinion, prejudice on their children. So even in the family, the parents should not force what their thinking is, what their opinions is, what their views is on their child. They should accept the fact that if the child is thinking differently than you, that is his opinions, his views, his everything. Okay, and maybe yours is different than hers, or maybe yours is different than his. It's not a problem. Lot of time it happens that parents feel that whatever they are thinking or whatever they feel is correct, and whatever you feel and what you think is incorrect. So that is something which your parents should not do it. Okay, if they should accept the fact that okay, my child has a different view, my child has a different opinion, my child has a different level of thinking, let it be. That is his, and I should respect his. Okay, but we do not set those boundaries in Indian families. Okay. And instead teach them independent in their learning. Let them be independent. If they are learning on their own, if they are learning things on their own, if they are independent on their own, leave your child to that. Let the child learn things on their own. Okay. As per Sternberg's studies, it is found that illiterate people stick to traditional views, and also it is important to educate them. So there was a psychologist whose name was Sternberg, and he found out that people who are illiterate એટલે જે લોકો ભણેલા ગણેલા નથી, okay, they stick to traditional views meaning જૂના જમાનાના ખયાલાત. Okay, so they are stuck to that and they do not want to give up that. So people who belong to, who are illiterate, they usually believe in this traditional views. Okay, that આવું કરવું જોઈએ, આવું ન કરવું જોઈએ, આમ કરવું જોઈએ, આમ ન કરવું જોઈએ, all those type of things. Okay. Harding and his colleagues say that change can be brought about in thinking by sending strong message through teaching learning process. So there was another psychologist whose name was Harding. He, along with his many other partners, okay, he said that change can be brought about in thinking by sending a strong message through teaching learning process. So you can teach a lot to the child, or you can send strong messages to the child through teaching and through learning process. Okay, that is why in schools we do not separate the students to sit ke Hindus are side baitho, Muslims are side baitho. No, we mix everybody and sit. Okay, we mix the group and tell people to sit in a mixed group. Why is that? So that we increase the friendliness which is there. Okay. Now fourth is mass media. Very, very important. Again I am telling you, mass media can work as both. It can increase the prejudice also, and it can decrease the prejudice also. One reason how can they increase the prejudice is, you might have seen your Fair and Lovely ads, right? How typical they are. પહેલા હું કાળી હતી, મને કોઈ જોબ નહોતું આપતું, and then મેં Fair and Lovely લગાડી, અને look, 15 દિવસમાં હું કેટલી બ્યુટીફુલ થઈ ગઈ, અને હવે મને બધા જોબ આપે છે. Look at every ad which is there on the TV. Take it soap ads, take it Fair and Lovely ads, take it any ads. Girls are only shown in white skin. Okay, and you will never find any other model who is darker skin. Okay, you have ads like, oh, आज मेरी राहुल के साथ डेट है, पर मेरा स्किन कितना फीका फीका है, मैंने क्या लगा दिया, glow up, what is it, glow it, whatever, and she puts and she starts glowing, and then she wears a red dress and goes on the date with Rahul. Okay, nonsense. It's a very, very wrong thing that we are teaching our children. Okay, the girl feels that it is because of her thing that she is because the ad is promoting it. Okay, so it's very sad. Mass media. For sending messages to a large number of mass people, various media of communication are useful. If you want to send a message to lot of people at the same time, mass media can be used. We all know WhatsApp. I send one forward in a group, it will go on and on and on and on, and it will be spread to millions and millions of people. Okay. Mass media can help to spread message to large number of people speedily as well as accurately. So it can send message to large number of people at a fast speed. Okay. Science and technology has played a very important role in development of mass media. Science and technology is something which has developed your mass media. You have your cell phones, you have your mobile phones, you have landlines, computers, laptops. Okay, even on railway stations you get free Wi-Fi. Okay, nowadays, yeah, you do. Even on airports, you get it. Newspaper, radio, television, internet, Facebook, SMS, etc. are all your mass media. Powerful means of public education and also shaping their opinions. Okay, so it is something which you can, the message you can send to large number of people. Now it also forms lot of public opinion. Okay, public, what does public think? If I'm sending across a message, okay, a strong message, and let's say I have a lot of fan following, I have people who follow me, I have a lot of fan following, then people will, whatever my message is there, okay, people will also start having that same opinion. That is why what happens is, you have this Priyanka Chopra, you have all these people, they promote certain things, right? You have Hrithik Roshan, all these people, they promote lot of things. Okay, they support child, they support the education of girl child. Lot of actors are there into social service. Why? Because actors have lot of fan following, and what happens is that whatever my hero thinks is correct, whatever other person's heroes think is not correct. So what happens, immediately I will have that same public opinion which my actor or my favorite actor has. In ancient time, women's role was to look after the family, children, and to do household work. They were not allowed to go out. But the present situation has changed because of mass media continuously spreading message, save the girl child and educate them, has been effective in changing the thinking towards the girls' education and women's liberation. Okay, it's misprint is there. It's supposed to be liberation. A free, fair, and balanced use of mass media can reduce social tension and help in maintaining social harmony. So now what happened in olden times, we did not allow girls to get education, we did not allow girls to go out, we did not allow girls to do job. But because of mass media, because of change, okay, because of development, now we promote save the girl child, educate them, and because of that, now girls are stepping outside of their house and working. Okay, and you find women working everywhere. Okay, and we are liberating women. Liberating meaning we are freeing women to do whatever they want to do. Now the next 4 points I'll continue in the next video.